I welcome you back. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're well. Not very long ago, we celebrated Palm Sunday. Everywhere else in the world where there is no war, we had it peacefully, in a manner of speaking. We were able to go to our places of church, worship, celebrated with our loved ones safely, and we went back home. But did you know that there is a place in the world where not everyone got to do that safely? Not everyone attended their church services and went back home. People in Nigeria, that same nation in Africa, where it has become a free-for-all, all you can slaughter by Islam terrorists. They've got various factions now over there. Come with me, let's look at this. Let's just have a look at.
Couple. Yeah. They just murdered over 10 people. Yeah. Innocent Christians. Yeah. On Palm Sunday. Yeah. Tinubu, where are you? As your people are slaughtered in the night, as you sit in Aso Rock and you do absolutely nothing, you allow your people to be killed again and again and again and again. When will it stop? When will you hear the cries of Nigerians, of Christians? You can no longer deny genocide. They're being slaughtered. And you say there's no issue. You will regret what you are doing. Little couple. They just murdered over 10 people. Yeah. Innocent.
That's the reality of Christians, innocent people. There is no war in Nigeria. No war whatsoever. Just as people everywhere else in the world are facing the harsh economic downturn, it is multiply that by a gazillion times worse in that forgotten place, forgotten corner of the world. You would expect that one of the most populous black nation on the planet, that such inhuman atrocities would garner attention, would get people to speak about it, but hey, who cares? They can't blame the Jews. That's why. Plus the fact that it doesn't fit the narratives. Who's committing the massacre, the slaughtering? If it was the other way around, Christians were attacking Islam people, it will be eternal cycle in the news. But of course, innocent Christians, men, women, children, who cares? Even the very person whom they call the president, oof, he's just busy going about sharing his face, ugly face, on 1 kilo bags of worthless rice and various other nonsense commodities to impose himself again, like they rigged in 2023 or 24. Can't even remember when he was imposed. Yeah, the cycle carries on. Who cares? Hasn't done. Can anyone point me to one thing that monster has done now that he spent, is it 2 years? I can't even remember when he was installed after they massively rigged the election to have him imposed. One thing that he's done that have been of benefit to the nation. But of course, it's free for all now. The communities can't even do anything to protect themselves. Because the moment they are able to capture one of the terrorists and actually do the same thing that the terrorists have been doing for decades to innocent Christians in the northern part of that nation, in the middle belt of that nation, and in certain southern parts of eastern and western parts of the nation. If they did the same Islam government, because that's what it is right now, which is why nobody is ever caught. If they are caught, they are given uniforms to join the military, claiming that they have been rehabilitated, they have been what's the word? Radicalized, and they are sanctioned to carry on being terrorists in uniform now. Palm Sunday. These holy periods, seasons, times of the year in Christianity. What do we see? Free for all. How is it that it's churches that get burned all over the world? It's churches that accidentally get caught on fire. Churches that have stayed for centuries, suddenly they go up in flames. And very often, 98% of the time, the perpetrators are Islam people. Everywhere in the West, in the Middle East, in Africa, wherever these things happen. It's high time we speak. It's high time we spoke the truth. People keep quiet. The nonsense British, where are they? Where is BB's cheat? Where is the criminal network? Nonsense. Of course, the united rubbish that have been hijacked. They're controlled by, manipulated, controlled, and dominated by terrorist nations now. Everybody's turned a blind eye. Meanwhile, they convened, they gathered in their coven nearly every day, finding new ways, new attacks on Israel when Israel was hot at the peak of fighting various factions of terrorists that surrounded them. Nigeria is on fire. Nigeria has been. I do not ask the question, where is the world? Because the world has remained solidly planted wherever it had been for the over nearly 4 or 5 decades now, since Islam terrorists have been running rampage in Nigeria. The world has remained where it was, mute, deaf, blind, dumb, careless, couldn't be bothered. Maybe once in a while, somebody would make a grand statement and dies there, cycle repeats. Who cares? It's high time we accepted and conclude that not all lives matter, especially the Christian lives in Nigeria and in various parts of the world. Meanwhile, who are those that various Western world are trying to protect, to impose that idiotic law that they call fear of Islam? Is it by chance that people are afraid of Islam? Excuse me, we must be afraid. We shouldn't be afraid, because greater is He who is in us than the devil that's in the world. However, it's only a fear that is not real. When the thing you're afraid of is not real, like when people are afraid of monsters. Not the real monsters that we see in movies, because we do have monsters among us. Terrorists are monsters. Dictators are monsters. People who go and rob innocent people, hurt them. Those who molest children. Those who molest women, girls, other human beings, enslave them. They're monsters. But the fear of monsters is not real. But the fear of a thing that whose followers gladly, delightfully, gleefully declare on social media is everywhere, and they are actually doing it in Nigeria, Congo, Sudan, Yemen, Syria, They tried it on October 7th in Israel and actually were successful in taking the lives of how many people? Then we shouldn't be afraid of those. They tell me it's a phobia. Excuse me. Just get out of here. Nigeria is still burning. It's so sad that even the majority of people down there, they don't even care. Especially those who are not directly affected. They just like, well, they've grown immune to the situation, which is sad, but what could they have done anyways? What can they do? I will just use my little voice to just say it again. Nigeria is burning. Nigeria is burning, just as it had been. When does it end? Who's coming to save Nigeria? It's only by the grace of God. For the very few, they're not many. I don't think they're in yet tens of thousands, righteous, innocent people. That's why that nation hasn't been completely consumed. I just came here to remind us that the nation of Nigeria, the most populous black nation on the planet, is burning. Will the world continue to heat itself up with the flames that are going on from the blood of the innocent Christians, men, women, children, over there in the most populous black nation in the world?